Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6. As I land in the G Tower, there is some shenanigans going on already outside. There's still a ceasefire, of course, but yeah, Exuma and Doc are flying about, and I think it is because of this thing over here, which looks absolutely scary. So I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of comments about Doc making a creeping homing missile rocket launcher machine, and I think this may be it, and I think Exuma is helping him with it. It looks like some kind of crazy contraption where things are gonna be traveling up this here, being sent this way, and then TNT and potions, or just potions. Oh yeah, the TNT would be down there, I assume. And this is built directly in front of the G Tower. So many comments in the last episode saying that it looks like a Nintendo Wii or a PC case or a blender. Come on guys, it's not finished yet, alright? You gotta have some faith. I think it looks absolutely massive and fantastic, but as you can see, yeah, they're up to no good here. They're obviously not allowed to start anything yet, but yeah, this is dangerous. I think what we'll have to do is later in this episode, I think I want to come back here and maybe start trying to install some kind of defense system based on their machine over there, so that we can defend ourselves against the creepers. It's going to be extremely tough, but we could maybe install some kind of cool shield in front of the whole thing that we can sort of with a button click enable or disable. It was an idea that Grian was discussing with, or me and Grian was discussing when we built this, and by the looks of things, if they get that thing working, we definitely need it. If flying creepers are gonna come attacking the frontier, it's gonna be bad times. Do you guys remember my gorgeous, awesomely cool looking ghast? I've kind of neglected this project a little bit because I haven't really been in the nether. But today we are, or I am in the need of some quartz, which it seems like a lot of hermits are at the moment. Which is not a good thing because it's not a renewable source of stuff. But I need some quartz, and I don't think I've ever shown you this in my videos. But this is the new nether hub to be. All of this black stuff is the layered out nether hub, and it's absolutely massive. Now we have a counter for how much we've been digging in this area. So if I break, I think it may only be netherrack, yeah. And I have broken 233 blocks in this area. And that's kind of bad considering, yeah, Exuma has 50,000. I think other people have over 100,000. Usually I'm pretty good at these group grinding tasks. I remember last season I did dig a lot in the communal area, and that was above ground, so that was stone we were digging then. But right now, it feels like I've been digging for a long time here, but I'm only up to 3,000. It feels so silly. Oh, anyway, I am not finding enough quartz in this area, though. It's not the most efficient way of finding quartz, and for today I'm gonna need a little bit more than what I have. I got a stack of blocks, I suppose, but I need a little bit more than that, so I'm gonna head out of here and hopefully find some spots that haven't been completely demolished by the other hermits. At this point in time, of course, the season has been going on for a while, and I do expect it to be rather difficult to find large amounts of quartz in an easy way. Okay, I think I have just about the amount of quartz that I want. I may need a little bit more than this, but if so, I'll come back later. For now, let's head back home, and I'm actually going to take my gas portal this time. And what the heck has happened here? What? It's a giant block of diorite. Oh my goodness. You told me to destroy my diorite, but I am not qualified. So, as the only certified Dyro destroyer, I leave it to you. Wow. Someone has been giving me... Oh, you know what? This is Mumbo. 100%. Right? I think So here's the backstory. He was tweeting the other day about what he could do at the end of his episode. And as a joke, I replied, destroy all your diorite. Obviously, it feels like a pretty good thing to do. And it looks like he didn't actually destroy it, but he he gave me the diorite. Is this solid? This is solid. Oh, no. Whew, I'm so sorry, Pickaxe. I hope you're okay. As opposed to Grian, I'm actually pretty good at blowing up diorite specifically. You grab your TNT, and I would recommend don't be scared of placing too much TNT when you're dealing with bird poop, because it is very sturdy for some reason. Must be a mismatch in the code. I think it's funny how Mumbo had built, or if this is Mumbo, I think it is, how he had made like one hole here in the middle, thinking that I would only place TNT there. Whenever you get the chance to blow something up, take it. I'm scared. I'm not scared about the... Oh, actually, you know what? This is disgusting. Whew. Get out of here, diorite. Ah! Okay. Yeah. No. What the heck? How did those two blocks survive? That was almost absolutely perfect. Well, at least it's a lot better than that mishap over there. Mumbo, your diorite has officially been taken care of. So last episode we finished our god machine, and there was a lot of comments from you guys saying that you're building this in your own world, which is amazing to see. And also a lot of you guys suggesting instead of sending the villager down to Emerald City down here, we should suffocate them in a block, which I actually, honestly, I gotta be honest, I didn't think about that. That makes it a lot easier to recycle the minecart afterwards. But the main task today gotta be to get this place, as you can see I've dug out here in between episodes, the trading hall all completed. And what I want to do, I think at least, is I'm gonna have a station where we make money, we make emeralds, and that's gonna be on this wall over here. So we'll have 2 boxes of villagers. We're gonna have one guy in there, one guy in there. That's gonna be a farmer, and that's gonna be a priest trading sugarcane. And then I think in the center of this unit we will have a storage system, and this is gonna be where we will put our stuff that we get from farms. So we're gonna need like a pumpkin farm, we're gonna need a melon farm in this place, we're gonna need a wheat farm, we're gonna need carrot, potato, sugarcane, all of the things that makes us rich in emeralds. And I think it's a good idea to make that storage unit sit right in the center here. And then I want to have the villager cells on the sides here. Everything needs to be automated as well. So when I press the accept button for the villager, I want them to go into the first empty cell. Yeah. I think I've designed a pretty neat holding cell for the villagers. Check this out. It needs to be both technical and nice looking. This is why I needed all the quartz, because I got the idea in my head that I want to use quartz for this build. So the technical aspect of it is that they're going to be coming down here, and we're going to build a rail system on top of this to make that work. And then down here, they'll be sitting right here. I think, yeah, they'll be sitting right here on a quartz block maybe. Boom. And we're going to put a pressure plate here, and hopefully we can use a weighted one, or the iron one. So when they drop down, they activate this pressure plate, and that's going to activate this trapdoor here, which will lock them in place so they can't move. The good thing with this is that if this is locked in place, let me put an item on that so I can show you. If that's locked in place, we can trade right next to the villager here. Which means that if we, or when we get XP from trading with them, we're going to pick it up. And if we drop any items, which happens all the time when you trade with villagers, because you overtrade, we'll pick them right back up, which is great. We're also going to need this pressure plate here we're going to need to pick a signal up from it, so that we can know whether or not the cell is being used. I think we can do that pretty easily here. Just a repeater down, or a redstone dust underneath it with a repeater, because this only outputs a weak redstone signal. Since there's only one entity on it, it's a weighted one. But yeah, that repeater will make it a strong signal. And then we're going to bring that signal up, which I think we can just do simply with redstone torches. Yeah, and then we can cover it all up which is very important to me. As you guys know, we can cover it all up with a nice background. Yeah. And this also has a sea lantern in here. So it is nice and bright and lit up for the villager. It shouldn't be any spawning problems or anything like that. Now the one flaw with this system is I'm pretty sure a baby zombie is going to be able to jump over here. Or even just eat the villager through the trapdoor. Full-grown zombies should not be able to walk in here because they're taller than a player. So they should get stuck right here. But I do like this design. Oh wow, we have so many villagers in here. That's crazy. Okay, I see now. We need to run the god machine. That's good news though, because I do need to fill the system up. Back in the nether, I do need more quartz, and quite a bit more quartz. Zedef is saying that if I close my eyes for 6 minutes, very specific, then I will get quartz, or his shop I am assuming will restock, which is good. But now Exuma wants to close his eyes as well. We're all just gonna be we're all just gonna be blind to everything. Oh yeah, I guess you couldn't see my message about opening your eyes. Didn't think that one through. I think he has restocked his shop, and I just found quartz heaven right over right over here. Okay, okay. What am I doing? Honestly, I have no idea where I am at, and that scares me a little bit. But I did get a decent amount of quartz in that time. Let's try. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me with this no flight on the server sometimes. I did manage to pick it up mid lava though. I think I'll live. I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, nice. He has restocked his entire chest. I'm gonna buy all of that. I mean, should I though? Exuma needs some. I'll buy 20 stacks. How about that? I'll buy 20 stacks. I also promised him to buy some shorts. And I'm a man of my word. 1 diamond each. You look cool. I'll buy the cyan one. So with my new shorts and a lot of quartz, I think I'm ready to go back to the lab. Nice. I finished all the cells and this is looking really good. Well, it looks very, very unfinished, but the cells are looking really good. I really like this. I decided to go with a cyan floor just to break up the colors completely. I didn't want to go with a gray floor. I think that would have been a little bit too much. So this is cyan terracotta. Got some weird lighting going on here. Lighting in Minecraft is always going to hold us back in building a little bit. But now it's time to get technical and to install the feeder of villagers that is going to feed this system with villagers into the cell. So I've laid down the basic rails, and I thought we'd do one of these together so that you get an understanding of how this works. So right now this would be our input right here with the villagers from the god machine coming in here. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make that work actually. Of course, there's water up there. Oh, good. Good. Oh no. So this line right here is actually where the babies are. Yeah, this is going to be extremely tricky because this is the wall. We can't really change the wall of the floor design. I wonder if I could do something like this. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. Okay. This may be tricky just because of my placement of things here. I wonder if I could possibly get away with this. So this being our input rail. And this is running right above this thing. So I'd have to bring the villagers from the god machine all the way over here. This block I can't break. I should possibly do... Oh no, come on. Ah, I think we're okay. Yeah, I should possibly do that. Okay, so if we do the selection over here, this should be doable. It's going to be a little bit tight and tricky to do this, but I think that's the only way, and I think it may be possible. Okay, so I think we are at a position where this is going to be the input of the villagers, and it's going to be super tricky. Now, what we have to do is, if a villager is in here, he's going to step on that pressure plate, and with that trigger, we want to switch this rail here, or, yeah, this rail here on the andesite block to change so that it's connected like that instead. And by doing that, the minecart should be going straight forward, skipping this cell. Pretty easy, or pretty simple in theory, but we got to make sure we wire it up, and it's very tight with space here. So this redstone torch is the pressure plate. We want this to be off hitting this block. And actually, you know what? This is working out beautifully. If I do that, that's going to be off now. Let's see if this works. Yeah, and then I drop an item or a villager on the pressure plate. Ah, why is that not switching? I have a theory that this rail is in fact interfering with the whole thing. So let's try that again, because the torch does... Yeah, okay. This rail, for some reason, because it's powered maybe, it does interfere with it. So if I do... Oh my goodness. If I do this... Okay, and now there's a villager in there or an item. Let's take that away. How does this switch back? That's not correct. Is it just that I have a rail there that messes it up? Okay, that's correct. Item gone. And that's correct. Okay, so having a rail here messes the whole thing up. No. That is an issue. That is a big issue. Okay, input rail is now moved, so now we can get back to this. This currently has a villager inside it. We can remove it, and this should now be working. So put that in. Yeah, so the next minecart that comes over here is not going to go into this cell. Now, there is another thing we need to do here, and that is have 2 blocks over here, because the minecart, and I think also actually we need to do this. That way, when the minecart villager comes, he's going to be bumping into this and then falling straight down. Nice. Okay, all the first cells are now linked up. Let's try it out. So, villager goes in, switches, villager goes in this one. Oops. Oh, come on, man. Villager goes in this one, switches, villager in this one. Nice. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's working. It is working. Of course, the God machine is not working at the moment. I need to rewire that whole thing. But that's fantastic. Okay. I'm very, very happy with that. God machine rail coming down this way, going straight. We have the killing mechanism here. I wired it up from this red block down here. Now, I gotta have a lot of delay on this, I think, because we want this to switch when the villager gets over here, if it switches. That's gonna be the Emerald City over there. And then if they survive, they go back up here, all the way around, and... crap. Okay, can't do that. Okay, they go all the way around up here, and then into the machine. We're gonna try this out now. It's probably not gonna work first time. What are the odds? I've had so much issues with this today. Okay, so let's try and save this guy. And now, since we have the cells linked up, this guy should end up here if we save him, in that very first cell there. It is a cleric. It has the perfect rotten flesh trade. So, yeah, it would be nice to have him in the system. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here he comes. Nice. And that switched. Oh, beautifully. Beautifully. That worked. Ladies and gentlemen, that worked. Let's order in another villager and just say hello to this guy. Hello, dudes. Perfect cleric trade. These guys sell lapis and glowstone as well, so they are actually quite useful. What is this? This is a blacksmith or toolsmith. So definitely we want to send him to Emerald Heaven. And let's just see so that that works. I'm not seeing him, so that's a good sign. How the crap am I going to get down there? This is actually a really good sign, though. I didn't think I got the timing correct from the first time here, but... Yep! He's down there! Oh, man, this is so good! Woo! We did it! We freaking did it! So on this side here, it should be considerably easier to wire this up, just because of the fact that we have no redstone. Like, we have no size limitations here. We got a lot of space to work with. But I noticed one thing here, and that is that by default, because of the railing being the other way around here, so by default, the rails are going to go straight ahead. So, for example, if I would have a villager in this guy here, and we have it wired as we have it over there, you can see that now it's actually going to say put a villager in here. It should be the other way around, and that's it is like that because of how Minecraft works with rails and south and north and all of that stuff. So what we got to do is simply invert this signal. Basically, just add another redstone torch at any part, and that should fix this. So maybe I can do something like this instead of just having them straight up. And now by default it's facing in, and then if we have a villager in, boom, switches. Simple. With some powered rails installed as well, just to make sure that we have them up in speed, I'm going to start flicking through villagers here. This is gonna be so fun. And we'll see if we get any really good ones. Now, I gotta remember that I do want specifically a farmer or a priest there, and the other guy over here, farmer priest. That I gotta remember. So I can't just, if I find a farmer now, I have to manually just shut off all these cells by putting an item here, so that I can send him off to the right place. Last book, efficiency 5 for 28? Are you kidding me? This guy is incredible. I mean, looting may not be that good anymore because swords rarely break, but efficiency 5 and fortune 3, yeah, you're a keeper. We're gonna put him, the question is if I want to have him as my priest trader or if I just want to have him over here, because his paper trades ain't perfect. And not only that, one other thing when you do this yourself, or that I at least consider, is you do trade paper to get emeralds, then you need another 2 trades that are kind of cheap, and his book trade is super expensive, his bookshelf trade is also expensive, and his glass trade is not perfect. So to reset this dude without buying the books from him, it's going to be a little bit tricky. I think I'm going to go with the hopes of finding a better paper trade, even though that may be wrong. So we'll put him here. And as you can see, I've already got another guy here, a Fletcher, because we do have string, so that guy can also give us some emeralds, although we don't have the string farm for it here. But yeah, you get to live, dude. So we send him off on the green button, and we should see him drop down here any moment now. There he goes. Oh, it's so cool how this is working, and the little click sound as well. I love it. Hey, dude, do you like your new home? He's like, what the heck is going on? Where am I? So I got quite addicted to this thing. I got quite addicted to the god machine, and everything is just so beautifully working that I just get happy inside. It's just fun to sit and trade with villagers. I finished the design of this trading hall, and we got some good ones. We got the efficiency 5, looting 3, fortune 3 guy. I got a silk touch one for 9, which is not perfect, but it's pretty good. I got a mending for 12, which is again not perfect, but a very, very good book trade. I think it's the last one. Yeah, and some other Garabachio ones. I decided to put 2 farmers in the front here instead of 1 priest and a farmer. And so these will sell vegetables. This guy has a good pumpkin trade. Not perfect. I would want this to be 8. But he also have 7 melons, which is really good. That's perfect. This guy has a pretty good potato trade. And wheat trade, and then also a very good melon one. We can always kill these off and unlock the cell if we find a better one in the god machine. That's the beauty of this system. I also have a silk touch 9 and fortune 3 over here. Now, that means that I may not actually need this villager anymore, because this guy in addition has a perfect paper trade. So you can see I've traded some emeralds. He also has a very nice reset with a 1 for 5 glass, which is perfect. And then, yeah, the fortune 3 book. This guy is just a random Fletcher that I'm not going to keep. But yeah, all in all, this is so much fun. And I finished up the design. I put in the storage array for now. This is not wired up, but just to get a complete look of this. And personally, dudes, I really like this. I think it's really nice. We do need a centerpiece here, so I just put up a table for now. But the idea is to have some kind of storage for the things that we trade and for emeralds here. This would be for the farm items, and this would be like our result. So the emerald lab and emerald vault thing in the middle here. If you do have any ideas, do leave them down below in the comments, and I'll browse through and see if I can pick up something, because I'm a little bit dry on ideas for that. As far as the room goes, I may want to install a carpet here at some point as well, because yeah, I'm not sure I love the the iron trapdoor lamps that I've got going. But all in all, I'm really happy with this. It fits in with the lab environment as well, which is great. With the trading hall completely finished, the technicality and the design, I think it's time for us that we head back to the G Tower. Because remember what I said in the beginning of the episode. I said that I want to install some water defenses. Since then, we did some building over there. I mean, we did say that it was a good start. You didn't think we were finished, did you? Yeah, we did it again, dudes. We did it again. Me and Grian pulled an all-nighter and just kept building, and we were so inspired. And how sweet isn't this looking, though? It's absolutely ridiculous. And I love the G logo there. Kind of half settled, but anyway, very like dominant. We got the main entrance coming in here, and again, it is still not completely finished, but we are getting places. And yeah, I really love this. Halfway through the building, we got a little bit stuck wondering what to do over here, and then we decided, let's put an aquarium in our base, because aquariums are cool. So that's what we did, and I think that turned out great. It can be decorated a little bit more, but right now, what I was thinking that we should do, I brought some fishes, or I collected some fish, and we can, I think we can just spawn these guys in here. How do I actually do that? I need to, okay, I see. I got a lot of tropical fish for this. And last night when I was building this thing, I used all the corals and stuff I had, but I'm planning on adding a little bit more coral in this build as time goes on here. And I also still need to complete the water sources, because otherwise the fishes seem to be just falling down. We may distract our enemy. They may get distracted by looking at this thing. So with the fish in place, let's just take a quick fly and see if we can see them from the outside. Barely, you have to, yeah, well, you can see them. I also made a window for this aquarium inside here, so once we have this room up, which I believe is going to be the control room for all our different weapons and stuff like that. Once we have that up, you can kind of walk through and see the aquarium from here, which is super cool. You see the codfish swimming there. I love it. I love it so much. Grian is a fantastic Minecrafter. He is a grinder of doom, and it's really fun to hang out with him and just build. One thing he's lacking, though, is torch placement. He doesn't ever light anything up. Zombie Gleo is currently working on a meeting room over here. It's gonna be very exciting to see what she does. She's so very talented with like interior decorations, using armor stands and stuff. Do recommend go check that out on her channel once that is up. So I know I said we needed to install the water defenses or some sort of defense shield in the beginning of this episode, but there's still a truce going on, so I'm not super stressed about getting that down before we have the final shape of the base, which is now really taking shape, because in the beginning of the episode it was only this tower here, right? But now I have to consider adding the defenses for all of these towers, which can still be done, but I want to make sure that we complete the building on the other side before I install that. So I'm going to hold off on that a little bit. If you do have any ideas, my idea is basically to use water dispensers, shooting water all over the base and making sure that we get like a really cool shield effect from it. But if you do have any ideas, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. So with that, guys, I think it's time for me to end the episode there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you're loving how our base is coming along. The G-Force is what we're calling it, apparently. And for those of you wondering, the G-Farmer, well, I logged on the next morning after I brought him over here, and he was gone. I blame Grian for not lighting things up. I should have maybe trapped him a bit better. I thought he was safe down in the bunker, but apparently not. Anyway, dudes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, do hit the like button down below. And if you're brand new, consider subscribing. And I will see you dudes in the next episode.